It's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 1019 100.5, 1450 WGNSSports.com and Big G TV.
This portion of the Coach's Show is brought to you by Las Casas Feed Supply, locally owned and operated by Coy and Jennifer Young, specializing in animal feeds, premium pet foods, farm supplies, and more. That's probably where Skeeter gets his dog food. You know, just never know. Omar Smith's joining me here on the show. And Smyrna, I'm telling you, great atmosphere last night. And against an opponent that good ball team. Mm-hmm. In fact, I think with boys, there's a lot of good teams in your district, Stewart's Creek being one of them. And it's kind of one of those situations, anybody can beat anybody at any time. But you've been playing well. You beat Laverne 79-51 and beat Siegel 65-55. And I know this was disappointing last night, but it was close. But how do you feel about your club right now? Because I really feel like they're playing pretty well.
I love this group. I'm very proud of this group. They've bought into what we're trying to do. I told them, before the game, what we did against Laverne and what we did against Siegel, we want to keep doing that. It's going to be harder to do against the Stewart's Creek, against the Blackman or Oakland, but you still have to continue to do what we're doing. And they got down last night, and they never quit. We were down double digits. I think I've only called 2 timeouts the whole game. They just kept fighting. And so I really love this group. I love the potential of what we got going on, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with them.
When it comes to having a team, I think a lot of test of what the team's chemistry is never giving up. And you've been behind in some games, and it looked like, it's not going to happen, but they come pounding back. What is it something inside of them as well? I mean, it's just something that's kind of ingrained into their system or something that makes them want to hustle and go after the loose ball and that kind of thing, because those teams are always fun to coach.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we constantly remind them, me being a history teacher, I harp on remembering the past so you don't repeat it. So we always bring up 2 years ago when we were 7-20, guys like Jan Kinzer and Brody Webb, they were on that team. And we talk about last year when we were 13-15 and we were so close to getting where we wanted to be and didn't get there. And so just reminding them, this is what you used to be. Let's not go back to that. And so, we get down, they realize, okay, let's pick it up. Let's not go back to or revert to what we used to be. And so they don't want to go back to that. And so they just keep fighting.
They're kind of your babies, aren't they?
They are.
I mean, you've known them for a long time.
Yeah, this is my second 4-year group. So, yeah, these kids have grown up with us in the program, and so that they know what we want, and they're kind of taking on my personality and our coaching staff's personalities.
Let's talk a little bit about some of them. Kinzer's having a good year. He scored 23 last night. Mm-hmm. He's kind of one of those dicer slicers, into the goal, and the kind of guy you need, and can also dish off if need to.
Yeah. Just a solid all-around person, and what he is as a person is also what he is as a basketball player. He's always wanting to get better. He's always asking questions, and just wants to win. So he's going to continue to work hard and try to get to where he needs to be.
Well, he's been again in double figures almost every game, and that's always good to have. Cade Matthews, 37 against Laverne.
Mm-hmm. Uber talented kid, got all the potential in the world. I think he's a kid we're going to look up in a few years, and he's probably playing professional basketball overseas somewhere and realize he's making a bunch of money because he's just got so much talent, and he's not even halfway near where he's going to be. So I'm excited to see what the future holds for that kid.
I know when he has a good game like that, you probably have a little smile inside, that gosh, this kid, if he ever reaches it totally.
It's going to be scary. It's going to be scary. And I think, like I said, he's learning. He has his moments where he kind of pushes back. He's a great kid, not talking back, but just like, okay, this is what I want to do, and we have to tell him, like, no, you got to do it this way, and he'll do it, and he'll see that it works, and then he'll start doing those things.
Yeah, it's a see to believe sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's also Weathers, another player. Now, you've had these guys for so long. You probably know what they eat, what they, how many hours of the day they sleep. I mean, kind of like a father figure to them, I would think.
Oh yeah, and a lot of them don't eat enough. That's the problem. But yes,
or maybe don't eat the right things
don't eat
enough.
the right things for sure. So yes, just around those guys a lot. I got them first period for weightlifting and film. Then we got them again after school. I've had some of them in class. I've like I said, I've been around them for a long time and know a lot about them.
Yeah, I know there's a real bond that comes with those kind of things, and being through the wars and being 7-20 one year, and then and building this thing up. To me personally, I think you've got the opportunity this year to really do some damage in district and in region, and it's kind of what's the answer? What's the answer?
So I'm gonna throw another name out there for you.
Okay.
A kid named Victor Witherspoon. We had a stretch 4 or 5 games where Victor did not touch the floor, and I went to him and I said, "How upset are you that you're not playing?" He said, "Extremely." I said, "That's a good thing." I said, "Now keep working and get after it and get your spot back." And that kid has come along, and you can see every time he does something good, everybody on the team cheers. Whether it's hitting a 3-pointer, he hit 2 threes last night in the first quarter, getting the steal, just doing little things. And all those guys are just rooting for him, and they're all rooting for each other to be great. And I think they understand that when one eats, we all eat, and we just keep grinding together, and we're gonna be dangerous. And they know that, and we just keep pushing those buttons.
Instead of getting jealous of him, of might be stealing my playing time.
Right.
If he helps us, we're all behind him, right?
Absolutely, and they just keep pushing each other to get better. And I think they all understand I could be next, so be ready, get after it in practice, and that's what's helping us.
You beat Siegel by 10, a very good ball club, I think, and they show a lot of things. I think they've got a lot of speed. They like to run the ball up the floor if they can. Defensively, they're really good, and you pulled off a win against them.
And I'm gonna give big props to Coach Rigsby and that team. We were up 20 with 6 minutes left in that game.
No, they don't quit either.
They do not quit at all. And I knew that. And we told the guys, it's on the scouting report, they're not gonna quit. I don't care if you're up 40. They're gonna keep coming after you. And so, like I said, props to him and that staff for that group, because they're dangerous, because they're not gonna give up.
Just how now we're getting ready? 14-9 or somewhere in there?
13-9.
Okay, and 2 out of 3 wins. Things are looking pretty good. How you guys? I know you've got Oakland, a big game at Oakland. That's a good test for you.
Oh yeah.
It's a non-district, but a good test before, and they're playing really well right now.
They're the hottest team in the county right now.
You remember that coach from the old Laverne days, right?
Yeah. Yes, I do. And he's showing it again. Here he is. It's a new school, but it's the same guy.
Yeah. It took him a while, but he's got them going.
Yeah, we were supposed to play him that time when it snowed. I wish we'd have got them then, because they hadn't quite clicked yet, but now they're clicking. But, it's, like I said, it's good for us. I told the guys last night, you go ahead and just circle this game and treat it like a playoff game, because that's what it's going to be, because that group's playing really well, and so we're going to have to play really well. You don't want to go out there and get embarrassed. It's probably their senior night, if I had to guess, being the last game of the year. So guys better be ready to go.
Omar Smith's our guest here on the Renaissance of Heating and Air Coach's Corner. Omar, when you district tournaments at Smyrna.
Yes.
Now, a lot of people are mixed reviews about that. Like when you're the head coach of the host team, a lot of things get in your head about the tournament itself.
Yes.
And how do you separate that? And I know you get some help at Smyrna. I know they're really good at that.
Yeah, it's good to have AD and Mike Wright, who was the head coach, prior to me getting there. Of course, Lonnie Drayton's been there forever. Dr. Sutherland does a great job. Billy Harris is a former coach. So we got a lot of people in that building who've been in this position, coaching-wise, administration-wise. So I don't have to do a lot of work. I give my input, but they're doing a great job of getting everything together. Even Coach Bailey, Lonnie's assistant, she's doing a lot of work. So we got a lot of hands in that pot that are, making sure everything is going. So it's not too stressful right now.
Do you feel that's an advantage for you guys being the home team, or does it really? It's just you got to play. I mean, regardless.
I think it's a little bit of an advantage, but like I said, at the end of the day, we still got to play, because I mean, we know we're going to play Stewart's Creek first round. Well, that's a rivalry, so even though we're at home, I mean, they just beat us at home last night, so obviously it's not a give me. So we know that we're gonna have to come to play, but you know, we get to dress in our own locker room and things like that. So we're prepared. We get to practice on those rims, in the morning before school. So we still do have a little bit of an advantage. We have to take advantage of that though.
Well, your district's pretty good. You got Blackman, you've got Stewart's Creek. You guys, Laverne can be tough. I mean, is it kind of a crapshoot? I mean, is it just kind of is it that close? Because it seems like it is.
I think so. I mean, I think Laverne lost to Blackman by 13 last night. They were down single digits going into the fourth. Blackman is what they are. Yeah. Always. Stewart's Creek's a thorn in our side every year, so it's going to be very competitive. I think every night there's going to be some fireworks. And so you've got the game Tuesday at Oakland, and then we start business on Saturday. Is that right? Yes, sir.
Hard to believe it's here.
It's here.
Don't you think it's been fast?
It flies by. I think it starts off slow, and it just once you get past Christmas, it flies.
Yeah, it's like just drags, and then after Christmas, boom, It's like here. All right. Well, good luck, and we'll see you. We'll see you Tuesday at Oakland.
Thanks so much. We'll see you.
That's Omar Smith, the head coach of the Smyrna Bulldogs. This portion of the show brought to you by State Farm agents Andy Womack, Dana Womack, Celeste Middleton, Alex Williams, Ron Reeves, and Emerson Williams. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Up next, Blackman.